E aí, manos, tranquilo? Eu sou o Gabriel e eu estou aqui para mais um vídeo pra vocês. E galera, hoje eu estou aqui com o GENSHIN IMPACT, continuando com a nossa série aí. No episódio passado eu comecei uma missão secundária, vou estar dando continuidade nela nesse episódio. Que é, hoje a gente vai estar perseguindo o raptor. Esse cara aí, ó, o raptor. Hoje a gente vai ir atrás desse maluco aí, que é um ladrão que usa o planador pra fugir e ele é muito rápido. Vamos ver se vai ser tão rápido mesmo. E a gente vai atrás dele ali, eu e a minazinha lá, eu esqueci o nome dela.
Should we tell him or not?
Nossa. Caramba, que fila da mãe.
Come on. Where is it?
E eu não sei se a gente vai ter que descer a porrada no raptor ou se a gente vai só alcançar ele e capturar. Provavelmente que ele vai chegar, vai zoar da gente, falar que é excelente, papapá, e essas coisas de vilão. Depois vai tomar uma surra e vai ficar chorando. Que o papo é reto. Eu não sou aquele cavaleirinho merda de mundo de lente, não. Eu sou brabo. Vai, mete o carreirão. Vamos ver o que a Amber vai falar.
This is Springvale. There must be some clues about raptor around here. The sister from the cathedral put some secret animal markings on the artifact he took. Use your elemental sight and keep your eyes peeled for clues.
Visão elemental, esqueci o que é isso.
Broken tree branch. Oh, Paimon knows it's from a frame of a wind glider. Therefore, there are no elemental traces on it. It looks like it's just a plain old tree branch. A strip of cloth with animal markings on it. Looking at the design and the way it's woven, there's a good chance it came from a wind glider. Wow, Outriders have to be textile experts now? It's a harder job than Paimon thought. If this really belongs to Raptor, it must mean his wind glider is broken.
E aí?
How do we know if this was left by Raptor or an Animo slime? Animo slimes are airborne creatures. They don't leave marks on the ground unless someone stomped on one to take off. How do we know if this was left by Raptor or an Animo slime? Either way, let's make a mental note of these markings. They're very clear. It appears that the elemental markings point this way. Huh. Well, do you think he ran off ahead?
É claro, né?
There's only one way to find out. markings. Ooh, what's that? Looks like something's going on up ahead. It sounds like there's a battle going on. Could that be Raptor?
Será?
Quick, let's keep going.
Bora lá, mano. Ah, tem dois bichão daquele lutando. Ai, galera.
Thank goodness, the Knights of Favonius have arrived. The hilly trolls won't dare pursue me any longer.
Caramba.
What happened?
I can't believe it, but the hilly trolls attacked our carts. Luckily, I
Cara, não
outran
parecia
them.
afastar, vocês estão sendo linchados.
Hilly Churls, but I thought the Knights of Favonius had cleared out most of the Hilly Churl camps around these parts.
It's a small camp not too far from the village. The route I take on my delivery runs ensures I steer clear of it. But today, some crazy fellow suddenly fell out of the sky and landed right in the camp.
Now, who does that remind me of?
Oh, it really riled them up. They chased the funny-looking fellow as he fled, which brought them out into the open.
Que cara filha da puta, mano.
I managed to get away, but they smashed my fruit carts to smithereens. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when the merchant caravan gets here tomorrow.
Funny looking? In what way?
He was holding on to something. Must have been heavy because he couldn't glide in a straight line to save his life. Maybe that's why he fell.
Que vagabundo.
Honestly, people like that shouldn't be allowed in the skies. It doesn't take a genius to know you're not supposed to carry heavy objects while gliding. I'm gonna report that idiot and make sure he gets his license revoked.
Calma, maluco, fala com a boca fechada.
Heavy object? The artifact? This could well be our guy. Tell me, did you see which way he went?
I managed to catch a glimpse as I ran from the hilly churls. I think he went...
Seems like a strong lead. On with the chase. Oh, and don't worry. As soon as I get back, I'll tell the Knights to mop up the rest of the hilly churls as soon as possible.
Vambora. O que tem ali?
Another test subject. Suffocate!
Toma, então. Esses malucos são tão feios.
Apart from the hilly churls, there's a bunch of funny-looking people, too. Judging from the type of wind gliders they've got, I'd say this lot is with Raptor. But if that's the case, what are they hanging around here for?
Que bicho vagabundo, são uns carinha.
Look where we are. The elemental power on the artifact must have worn off. Raptor must have realized the markings would give away his position and sent his minions to slow us down.
Que filho da mãe.
That way, when the effect wears off, he can make his escape. He won't get away with this. After him!
Vambora.
But we also haven't found the artifact, which means Raptor still has it on him. Forget these guys. Come on, let's keep following the elemental markings.
Eita, pega. Aqui eu vou ter que usar a planagem. Eu vou me ferrar muito. Eu vou ir com a Ember, não tô nem aí. Se alguém se ferrar, ela que se ferra.
There's only one way over there. Raptor must be up ahead. However, it looks like the only way we can catch up is if we glide.
Eu posso descer só naquele bicho ali. Também é uma opção.
But there's a ton of enemies below. They'll definitely attack us after we take off. If we're gonna do this, we'll have to glide and defeat them in one fell swoop. You still had one stage to go in your exam, right? Yeah, but what's that gotta do with anything? How about we make this the third and final stage of your gliding exam?
Não.
Are you sure that's how the exam is supposed to go? It's a custom version of the exam, designed by yours truly. Besides, the normal version of the exam wouldn't be fit for the hero of Mondstadt himself.
Caralho, bicho é folgado.
So, what do you say? Woohoo! Good answer! Prepare for takeoff. Raptor awaits you once you defeat all these enemies. Then that gliding license is yours.
Mano, e aí? Como é que eu vou derrotar esses bichos? Toma. Tomou. 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 Vambora. Bora. Bora, bora, bora. Sofri. Eita, pega. Toma. Toma. Toma.
Nice! You
Toma.
breezed through it. You're a natural. I knew you'd be fine. All that's left now is to grab ourselves a raptor. Let's go!
Eu fiz certo? Ou não? Ou me matei, sei lá. Porque aquele portão ali abriu. Ele é praticamente pra eu atravessar ele, né? Opa! Como abrir isso não? Tá com oh. Vambora. Vamos por aqui. Baú. Vamos prosseguir. Vai, chega lá, Ih, tá voltando a água, Tomou. Uma só. Aplicação insana. E o que falta?
Come a little. You're in for a little shock.
Toma. Só a trocação insana. Na cabeça. Boa. Vambora.
Don't push your luck. Dodge this.
Abre porta. Abra que sésamo. E aí?
like there's no way across. Ugh, he must be around here somewhere. Amber! Over there!
Ó, o maluco lá, ó.
If you insist on chasing me, so be it. Huh? Who brought the little girl?
You must be Raptor. You can't escape.
I don't need to escape. There's no way you can make it over here.
Tem certeza, maluco?
Oh, it is pretty high. And quite far.
Oh, little girl, why don't you run along home now and let your leader deal with this? Don't worry, I promise that once the Grandmaster gets here, I'll
Mano.
surrender immediately.
Mete uma flechada nele, pô.
Hey, watch it. You're talking to a Knights of Favonius outrider. You'll be sorry when I arrest you. You're right. He's right there in front of us. If only we could glide across. So how did he get across? If it's too far to glide, it's definitely too far for anything like... There's also no sign of an anchor point.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
Oh no! He's getting away! We can't hesitate any longer. The only way to get across is to glide there. But... Don't worry. I'm the gliding champion of Mondstadt, remember? If Raptor can do it, I can do it too.
Eita, pega.
Oi, Outrider! You have less chance of surviving this than jumping off the Animo God statue in Mondstadt with...
Paimon sees your point. If you rule out everything that's completely impossible, gliding is the only... Remember that book I lent you? The one I thought was the gliding manual, but wasn't? The first birds couldn't fly. Flight was their reward for their courage to plunge into the canyon.
Eita, pega.
Be my witness. Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully...
Wait! Stop! You'll never make it! Come on, off you go now. Back home like a good little girl.
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you... The wind says I will make it.
Eita,
And that...
pega. Ficou pistola.
Amber! No! You're gonna fall! You're gonna... It's a wind current! She's gliding! Amber's gliding!
You're crazy, kid! You must have known about the wind current. There's no way you would have jumped otherwise.
The wind takes care of those who have courage. Now sit still and await your arrest, like a good little boy.
Special! Dodge this! Just you watch!
Freeze!
E aí, qual foi, parceiro? Vai deixar não?
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Here's something special!
Let it rain.
I'll have my revenge! Eventually.
All right,
Galera,
I
eu meio
got
que me
it.
empolguei e deixei... Eu vi estar com muito tempo.
I only noticed the wind current from in the air, and it's the only one. It would be suicide to try and escape in the direction Raptor was going. In other words, the only way Raptor could have gotten out would be this way, past us. Aha! So he was just trying to fool us by acting smug. In the hope, little did he know, we're not so easily fooled.
Bicho inteligente da
It was all
porra.
thanks to your sharp thinking. Just like a wise man once said, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. At the end of the day, gliding is 7 parts technique, 3 parts instinct, and then 90 parts courage.
Caramba!
What you did now looked more like 99 parts courage. It was just like in my first gliding exam. I was super nervous, but in the end, there was nothing to be afraid of. And I kinda missed that nervous rush in the exams I've done since then. It just wasn't the same.
Sorry. Paimon thought you said you passed no problem. What do you mean exams since then?
Eita, porra.
Well, you see, the thing is, Mondstadt is all no glide zone this, no landing zone that. Every time I get my license, it keeps getting revoked. I must have taken the exam about 15 times altogether, but I always pass the first time. I guess my little gliding manual ain't so bad after all.
Let's go and get a copy of the real gliding manual from Acting Grandmaster Jean sometime.
I'll head off first because I need to escort Raptor back to the city. Once you're back in the city, don't forget to come find me at the cathedral. I'll issue your gliding license there.
She just can't sit still, can she? Guess that's why she's the outrider.
Então, galera, é isso. Primeiramente, vou falar que se você assistiu o vídeo até aqui é porque você realmente gosta do meu canal. Se quiser bater um papo comigo, vou estar deixando o link do grupo do WhatsApp aí na descrição. Pra você tá conversando comigo, quem sabe até a gente joga junto, sei lá. E se você gostou, deixa o like, se inscreve, compartilha o canal, ativa o sininho das notificações para não perder os próximos episódios dessa série maravilhosa. E vou deixando o vídeo por aqui, galera. E falou!